I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. It began as an Ulster County missing child report back on June 20th, 2012. But responding officers arrived to learn the child's body had been found in the back of a house on Route 32 in New Paltz. The cause of death of 2-year-old Asia Perez Medina was determined to be blunt force trauma. Today, 44-year-old Joseph Rodriguez was indicted on a second-degree murder charge by an Ulster County grand jury for the bludgeoning death of the child. Asia had been staying with relatives at the time of her death. Rodriguez, his wife, and 2 school-aged children were renters in the house at the time of the incident. Rodriguez pleaded not guilty at his arraignment and will be held pending an April 30th court date. She was called the last of the Catskill matriarchs and the First Lady of the Catskills. This morning came word of the death of Helen Kutsher, the woman who, for more than 75 years, welcomed guests to Kutcher's Country Club, the last of the Catskill family-run resorts. Helen Kutsher died of natural causes in a hospital in Philadelphia, the city where she had lived for the past several years. She was 89 years old. Funeral services will be held this Thursday at 2 p.m. at Gerlich's Funeral Home in Monticello. Neil Gilberg, one of Helen Kutcher's longtime employees, called her passing the end of an era. Reporter Steve Israel will have more on the death of Helen Kutsher here at Record Online and in Wednesday's Times-Herald Record. 3 to 5 inches, maybe a bit more accumulation in some of the region's higher elevations. That's what last night's late winter storm left us to deal with this morning. All in all, the roads were in pretty good shape for morning commuters, although for some, the ride home last night was a tough one. And late morning snow showers made for slushy driving conditions in some locations later today. Those areas' school districts that did not close had delayed openings. There are no further snow accumulation predictions for the days ahead, but it will not get any milder. Details coming up in the local forecast. In Sullivan County, police say footprints in the snow gave him away. A Town of Bethel constable noticed footprints near an unoccupied seasonal residence in Swan Lake and smelled a strong odor of marijuana coming from the house. Detectives with the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office were called and they arrested the man inside, 57-year-old Kenneth Frank, admitting to running a marijuana growing operation out of the residence. 72 pot plants were seized and Frank has been charged with felony criminal possession of marijuana and unlawfully growing cannabis. Monticello police say it's suspicious the fire last evening that damaged the village residence, leaving it uninhabitable. It broke out at number 44 Cottage Street, where tenants in the apartment building heard a smoke alarm, then discovered a fire in the stairwell. Tenants tried to put it out with pots of water, but could not control it. Once firefighters put it out, the building was declared unsafe. The Red Cross was providing temporary lodging for the 10 people living in the building. Investigators believe an accelerant was used in the stairwell to start the fire. The Warwick Valley School Board voted to close an elementary school last night, but not the one that residents thought was on the chopping block. In a 6-3 vote, board members made the decision to close King's Elementary School at the end of the current school year rather than Park Avenue School, the one that had been originally targeted for closure. Parents and businesses had staged a massive lobbying effort to save Park Avenue School, and last night's decision angered King's Elementary parents, some saying they felt betrayed by the district and village businesses. Warwick Superintendent Ray Bryant had said one of the district's 3 elementary schools would have to close as a way to help close the district's multi-million-dollar budget gap created largely by declining state aid. And Bryant said given the tough economic times, it is likely Park Avenue School will also have to close within the next couple of years. And Sullivan County Sheriff's deputies have capped a 3-month-long investigation into the sale of crack cocaine in the town of Thompson with the arrest of David Dukerin, a 20-year-old from Monticello who reportedly sold quantities of the drug to an undercover deputy sheriff on 2 separate occasions. Dukerin was charged with felony sale of a controlled substance and ordered held on $50,000 bail. Anyone with information about drug dealing in Sullivan County is encouraged to call the county sheriff's confidential tips line. That phone number is 845-807-0158. Well, quiet on the local weather front for the next couple of days, but it'll be colder than normal for this time of year. Wednesday will be partly cloudy and chilly with temperatures rising only into the upper 30s. Thursday will be partly cloudy with high temperatures not expected to get any higher than 40 degrees. Stay on top of all that is happening by reading the Times Herald Record, and whenever and wherever news breaks, you will find it right here at Record Online. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.